Hi everyone. It's been 6 weeks since I took over as CEO of SCH. Now, looking back, it's been nothing short of a whirlwind. Many emails, meetings, decisions, a whole flurry of activity. Many days I wondered whether I would make it back in time to put my kids to bed. But throughout all the things that have happened, one thing continues to ring very clear to me, and that is the mission of SCH. And that is most evident in how all of you shine day in, day out in everything that you do. Some of the most memorable moments for me over the past few months have come from job shadowing colleagues across SCH. Those experiences really helped me to see firsthand what happens right at the front lines, to understand what works and sometimes what doesn't work. For those of you who allowed me to enter your world 1 hour at a time, thank you. I suspect most, if not all of you, did not volunteer. But each job shadowing opportunity was shared with such kindness, generosity, and authenticity, and for that, I'm very grateful. Let me share 3 job shadowing moments which stood out to me. One of my early shadowing experiences was with Kelly from Medical Social Services at OCH. That afternoon, Kelly had reserved patients for me to observe, and one of them was clearly unhappy with her healthcare journey. So for over 45 minutes, I stood next to Kelly as that patient expressed emphatically her frustrations with her healthcare experiences. It was a sobering reminder that while our healthcare system is world-class in many respects, it is still far from perfect. Throughout that encounter with the patient, Kelly remained patient, kind, and empathetic. She listened to the issues, acknowledged them, and helped the patient make sense of the way ahead. Were we able to answer all her questions and resolve all her issues? Clearly no. But did we make her feel understood, heard, and have a better sense of where she was going? A resounding yes. Kelly's response to a distressed patient with genuine needs showcased what so many of you do every day. You smoothen rough edges in an imperfect system and ensure that our patients do not feel alone in their journey. The second memorable session was with Musfira, a bubbly dietitian at SCH. Now that Friday morning, Musfira brought me into the world of meal ordering and dietary counselling. As we were chatting, I could see how much joy and positivity she brought to her work. More strikingly, she knew her patients remarkably well. She was telling me about the patient in the adjacent bed who had a very good relationship with her helper, and that this helper would routinely buy dim sum for the patient each day. And sure enough, moments later while we were talking, the helper arrived with the requisite dim sum in hand. Throughout the morning, Musfira engaged patients in lively conversation, demonstrating a deep understanding of their personal preferences, social circumstances, and habits. She encouraged them to adhere to their dietary plans, not in a cold clinical manner, but with such warmth and genuine concern that patients were willing to listen. And even when the electronic ordering system was not working well, Musfira continued with a smile. The third session, which struck me, was an evening spent with Senior Patient Care Assistant Myo Ang at OCH. Now that evening, it was the end of the day, the ward was quiet, patients were resting in bed or sitting by the bedside. Myo Ang was going around taking parameters and monitoring blood glucose levels. His actions were very skillful and efficient, which clearly reflected his familiarity with the equipment and protocols. But what struck me was how patients' faces lit up each time Myo Ang walked up to them. Even taking a blood capillary glucose level was met with a smile. Now that is a genuine superpower. How did he do it? He knew patients by name, He chatted with them using phrases from different languages and dialects. He remembered their habits, interests, and routines. A routine parameter-taking session had now become more like a friend's visit at the end of the day. My experiences with Kelly, Musfira, and Myo Ang showcase the very best of SCH. Dedicated healthcare workers like so many of you who go the extra mile each day, bringing a warm smile, a human touch, or simply a listening ear. In the midst of an imperfect system, you deliver excellent care with kindness and compassion. Now this is why I am so proud to be in Team SCH, and this is what it means to shine.